Most songwriting tips for rappers videos give easy to understand but hard to follow consistently advice. They give simplistic tips like rappers should make something people want to rap along to, or do a call and response without actually giving any practical advice. As YouTube's most subscribed channel on learning how to rap, creeping up on almost 500,000 loyal supporters, in this video we're gonna approach things differently and provide you with 5 practical songwriting tips for rappers that artists can use right here, right now to make catchy songs consistently. Now, we'll do this in countdown order, and let's start things off right with songwriting tip for rappers number 5. Follow the 75-25 chorus rule. The 75-25 chorus rule dictates that roughly 75% of your song should begin with the chorus. When we say begin, we mean that the chorus should be the first vocals that the listener hears. There are 3 main reasons for this as a crucial songwriting tip for rappers who want to make catchy songs. First, if a future fan of your song can easily remember the most well-known part of your track, the chorus, also known as the hook, they are much more likely to call it catchy. Whereas us rappers really dive into the science of rapping and bars, the fan who will spend their entire savings on your concerts, streams, and merch often will simply define a hit by if they think it's catchy, aka memorable, on the first listen or not. What better way to be seen as memorable and catchy than introducing them to the most repeated and repeatable part of the song from the very start of the track? And that right there is the second reason. If someone has heard the most iconic part of the song from the very beginning, by the time they've hit the end of verse 1, they're actually going to be listening to your chorus a second time because you've already begun the song with the first chorus. The best part, fans don't even notice this simple song structure trick because they spent the beginning of the song just getting in the mood and waiting for the verse to start. We bet that you didn't notice that of the 18 musical tracks on 50 Cent's legendarily catchy and soon-to-be diamond-selling album Get Rich or Die Trying, a full 13% of them, 72%, start with the chorus, including all of the singles such as In the Club, 21 Questions, and Many Men. Therefore, by subtly forcing the listener's ears to repeat the chorus through hearing it a bunch, their mouths and minds are likely to repeat it as well. Lastly, be aware that Spotify only counts streams based on if the listener stays through the song for at least 30 seconds. So you have to lock them in for at least 30 seconds before it's counted and as a stream and you make money. So why not use the infinitely endless hack of starting with the catchiest, most memorable part of the song in those 30 seconds with the hook, and then they're unlikely to leave in the middle of verse 1 as you cross the 30-second mark. We go more in depth into the science of songwriting creation for you in our free video course, The Top 20 Songwriting Secrets of Professional Rappers, which you can pick up by clicking the first link in the video description. But another quick way to lock in listeners to the track so that they think it's catchy is revealed in songwriting tip for rappers number 4, 2-for-1 melodies. 2-for-1 melodies refers to the idea that you should practice having 2 separate melodies in one section of the song as opposed to having one melodic phrase be the entire section, such as the chorus of the track. Most amateur rappers think that a catchy chorus simply means repeating one melody 4 or 8 times over and over again until the hook is done. That's a 1-for-1 melody, and while it works, it often is not as catchy as the 2 melodies in one chorus method. A very good example of this would be the chorus of Chick Don't Kill My Vibe by Kendrick Lamar. Although the entire chorus of the song includes both I am a sinner that's probably gonna sin again melody and the melody of the actual repetition, there's that word again of the phrase Chick Don't Kill My Vibe, Chick Don't Kill My Vibe, there are actually 2 separate melodies for the price of one, since the entire section is considered the chorus of the track. The same exact 2-for-1 melody trick is used by Kendrick himself in his track Loyalty with Rihanna. Y'all know it. Now that you know that trick, can you identify what the 2 melodies in one chorus section for Loyalty are? Take a second and think to yourself. Got it, okay? Let's hope you passed. The first melody is I said I'm geeked and I'm fired up. And the second is the actual repeating of the song title, Loyalty, Loyalty, Loyalty. Boom. Very similar basic structure to Chick Don't Kill My Vibe. Lastly, also note that those two colossal catchy hits by Kendrick start with the chorus as well, like we just taught you in tip number 4. Same exact thing. Songwriting tip for rappers number 3 is vocal, intro, and bridge flex option. Now that you've seen you can both start the song with a catchy part to keep your streams up, and you can stack more melodies than you even thought possible, don't be afraid to go for extra credit by adding even a third melody to start the track to serve as a vocal intro that can also serve as a bridge, right? So to go back to 50 Cent as an example, because this is the easiest way to understand what a vocal intro is, take a second and think about how his biggest hit in the club starts. We'll give you a hint and say it starts with a melody, but our question to you is, does it actually start with the chorus? No, it actually starts with the "Go Shawty, It's Your Birthday" section. That is the vocal intro. It's a flexible third melody that only appears in the beginning of the song, but it could also serve as a bridge as well. J. Cole uses a similar tactic on the beginning of GOMD off of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That's where right before he raps, he goes, "You wanna know just where I'm at? Well, let me tell you about it," right? It's a melodic intro that is not used anywhere else in the song, but serves as an introductory catchy phrase to get the fans in the mood. Therefore, don't be afraid to use other melodies for flex options within your songwriting. Songwriting tip for rappers number 2 is write songs in blocks of time. Now, so far we've given you a lot of songwriting tips for rappers that have to do with how you create a songwriting structure that appeals to a broader audience, but what about how you actually organize your songwriting sessions to make the most effective use of your time? Again, as we said in the beginning, we've been coaching hundreds of thousands of rappers on this channel for years now, and we've got to say, one of the biggest issues amateur rappers face is that they never have a system for sitting down and completing a song from start to finish that they can repeat over and over and over again at a high quality. Therefore, we've devised this songwriting tip for rappers as a reminder that it's much better to get into the habit of writing a song from start to finish in one sitting rather than stopping and starting to writing sessions. Your goal as a rapper should be able to, down to a stopwatch's tick, know how long it takes for you to write a track. Partially the reason to do this is to be able to make hits on command, so to speak, when you are in a studio with heavy hitters and they're evaluating your songwriting ability. And part of the reason to do this is that you can simply have more product to pump or possibly collaborate with other rappers, since once you master this, you have many more loosies for artists to jump on. Therefore, set your songwriting goals to align with finishing songs from start to finish rather than just writing a verse. And songwriting tip for rappers number 1 is the song is the currency of the music industry. We're going to give you a special how to rap mantra that'll give you a bird's eye view of how you should be thinking about your music going forward, since we've given you so many technical tips and examples in this training. In the same way the US dollar is the currency of the United States, or Bitcoin is the currency most associated with crypto, the song is the currency of the music industry. In other words, you should first and foremost be learning, even as a rapper, to format your amazing raps into songs and then giving them the sick bars within that framework. Probably the thing that has most hurt otherwise talented rappers from having a global superstar level career is their inability to focus on how to make a cohesive, catchy, and listenable song structure consistently, rather than just spitting a bunch of witty bars or having a bunch of drippy melodies all over the place on a record. Whether you are a fan of lyrical rap or you are a trap artist wanting to get your clout up, your ability to create solid songs as currency in this game will convert your music into actual monetary currency if you follow the tips in this video and experiment again and again until you have your unique hit-making formula. Additionally, it's not like there aren't a ton of resources to help guide you on your journey to start. As we mentioned before, we have a free songwriting course you can pick up in the video description, and of course you can always go down the how to rap rabbit hole by watching the over 7 years of video content we have on this channel. Now, in the comment, just to see where you're at currently, post a link to what you believe is your catchiest full song below, and we'll try to check it out. We have a large community here, but hopefully you found these 5 songwriting tips for rappers very useful. I've been your host, Drew Morrissey, for How to Rap, and I'll see you on the next one.